going on, you guys? It's your boy Alex West Collects here, bringing the most action figure reviews here on YouTube. And today we're taking out the McFarlane DC Multiverse Doomsday and Superman 2-pack. I pre-ordered mine off of GameStop. I usually get my figures, or my non-WWE figures especially, off of Amazon. It's sold out there. Went to McFarlane Toy Store. It's sold out there. I didn't want the bundle. I probably will grab the Armored Batman, which I do have pre-ordered on Amazon. It's in stock right now on GameStop, and I'm tempted to order, but I don't want to pay for shipping because I'm a cheap ass. So I'm hoping maybe my local store will have it, but I definitely want this for my collection. We do get another re-release of the Henry Cavill Superman. Remember, this red and blue version came out as a Target exclusive with the plastic cape. This does have the soft goods cape, and I got that original release a while ago when it came out, and then there was that random restock where Target, I don't know if they found cases of this or what. It went back up on the website. I actually ordered one of those, and I also sold that. Don't have my collection, but once this was announced, I was like, I'm getting rid of that other one because I only need one Henry Cavill. He is, in my opinion, an underrated Superman. Let's call it what it is. The movies were nothing spectacular, but I think he did a phenomenal job. He just fits the look. I wish he would have had a more successful, longer tenure as Superman, but it is what it is. Doomsday looks okay. I mean, this isn't what I would picture Doomsday to look like as far as, you know, I'm more familiar with him as a comic book-esque one. But he is pretty big. Personally, I'm probably not going to keep this in my collection, no matter how good it is. I just don't have room to display it. I don't know if I'm going to give this to my kid. I don't know if I'm going to sell on eBay, but I figured it'd be nice to do a review for you guys. Especially it's fun to do non-WWE reviews. I do so many of those. It's nice to change it up once in a while and bring in a different audience. But you do see Superman does come with some interchangeable hands, as well as a Kryptonite spear. The box is massive in size. You'll see your classic DC Multiverse logo. You have the Batman vs. Superman logo here on the top. On the back, you get the awesome large image of Doomsday and Superman. But enough chatting. Let's get these figures out of the packaging and see what they're all about. Holy crap, this figure is massive. I don't even know how I'm going to get this in frame. I'm going to pick up my camera and probably move around. But let's back up a little bit and you can see. This is a big boy, man. This is a big figure included with the McFarlane set. We'll zoom in on his head here. Maybe not that much. Just a little bit so you guys can see. It has a pretty good look to it. Listen, I don't know exactly how Doomsday looked in the movie, but looks like, I guess, how you'd expect Doomsday to look. The teeth are kind of painted a little funny, but I could see kind of like a mean snarl to it. And look at like the two-tone in the paints. It's kind of like, I want to say like a bluish green with some yellow coming through. And again, you can see all the different designs coming through the back and all these little kind of spikes on his arms. You can see the ab crunch. So there is no other accessories included other than the trading card and the actual stand that comes with your traditional McFarlane figures. But you'll see the size and the stature and exactly how his feet look and all the different painting. I will run through some quick articulation if I can. Like I said, it's going to be tough to get this guy in camera, but I did want to give you guys a quick close-up. Taking a look at the back of this figure. You can see the spine. Look at that, man. Just nice details. I will say the figure is very big. Look at those nice ass cheeks over there. The figure is very big, but it kind of feels like a hollow feeling kind of sense to describe it. I don't know if that makes sense. Let's flip him over. And it's just like, it doesn't feel as heavy as you'd expect it to be. And I guess that's a good thing, because then this figure would probably just be toppling over. But we'll get through some articulation. Let me just get this camera set up for you guys. Sorry, like I said, this is a little more informal than I'm used to. Just do the size of it. But let's look at the trading card. So we get the Doomsday trading card here. And I guess that lines up with what you'd expect for his face to look like, right? Taking a look at the back is a little read-up. If you guys would like to pause and take a look, you can do so now. Here is your traditional flight stand, or excuse me, flight stand, just McFarlane DC stand. Still appreciated. Even these trading cards, I don't know, I don't have the heart to throw them out because I'm a collector, but I don't collect cards, so I end up with a pile of extra McFarlane figure cards for no reason. But so you can even hear the movement of it. It just seems weird, and I don't want to say cheap, because I'm sure it would cost a lot to manufacture. This set was a little expensive. It was $70. And like, if a regular Superman is around $22 with some accessories in the store, are you really paying like another like $50 for this guy? I don't think so. I mean, it feels a little cheaper, but they got my money, so what do I know? Let's do some articulation. The head does rotate. The arm does go around actually pretty smoothly, but like it does this like kind of pop up and down feature. I don't know if you guys can see that. The arms do go in and out. Like, articulation is pretty good. There is no bicep cut. Single jointed elbows here, which are a little stiff. The hands do rotate. They do hinge. No ab crunch or diaphragm joint, but there is a waist swivel here, looks like. The arms, like I said, move pretty well. You just want to see that wingspan, my lord. I don't really care for this painted like blue here. They could have finished that off. It just looks a little awkward, to be honest with you guys. Legs, doesn't move up too much. He's kind of got like this diaper on here. It's like a free-floating kind of piece, sort of. You guys can see the ab or the joint down there. I don't know if you can see that. You can even hear the sound of it. It's just like the way it clicks. Splits. He does the splits about that much. And these legs are stiff. But you get a little movement here. And I guess it makes sense. He's a monster, right? Shouldn't have this crazy articulation. But the feet do go up and down pretty well. You do have some toe articulation. Is there any pivot? Very slight. So like I said, articulation is what you'd expect for a big monster. The figure just doesn't feel like a $50 piece. If you're going to say Superman, it's 22 bucks or so. But if for you guys who want a Doomsday figure, this is a huge, huge figure to add to your collection. I really wish I had some better comparison for you guys, but all of my really big figures, like my Build-A-Figure Apocalypse or my Anniversary Hulk, are all buried in the back of my display, and there's no way I'm digging them out. So these are the ones I had handy. We have the brand new Marvel Legends Venom figure, and you can see how tiny he looks next to Doomsday. We also do have the Marvel Legends Carnage figure, which is a little larger in size. I thought this was a large figure, but my lord, he puts him to shame. Look how big that Doomsday figure is. Moving on to the main reason I purchased this 2-pack is this Henry Cavill Superman. So accessory-wise, you will get your Kryptonite spear here. It does have the nice green paint applications on the head. Silver paint applications on it. It is a little bendy. It isn't hard plastic. You can see it has little warps. I did see some reviews where putting this in like the Superman hands, you can see this kind of like spear hand, was wearing the paint. So I'm not going to play that game. I'm not going to put him in there. But I don't know if this glows in the dark. I don't know if I heard that or if that's true or not. But looks like there's some missing paint spots on here, so I don't know if the paint is glow in the dark or what. I don't know. It's a gimmick. And honestly, I don't even really want this. This is not going to go with my figure itself. But he does come with a bunch of interchangeable hands, so I did show you the open hand here for the spear. He comes with another flying hand. Unfortunately, he only comes with one of them. They're like, come on, guys. Like, if you're going to do that, give us the 2 hands. He does come with another open hand, but you can see how much bigger it is. Not a flying hand like he's telling someone to stop or put his hand out or something. Additionally, you get a pointing finger, so if you want him to point. I really would have preferred 2 flying hands here. I mean, come on, this is like a $70 pack. You could have found a way to include it. Superman itself does come with 2 fisted hands, and the major selling point for me was this soft goods cape. And yes, it does have the bendy wire, and it is a big cape. I'll be honest, I don't know how I feel with the bendy capes with McFarlane. I feel like the soft goods capes without the bendy wire looks pretty good. I just feel like on the ends, it just looks a little thicker than I'd wanted cape to, because they have to account for the wire in there. It doesn't look bad. I'm not saying that, but I don't know. I guess I don't necessarily need bendy wire with every soft goods cape. I would prefer just sometimes soft goods. I don't think he had the Superman logo on the back, but you can see it is kind of a nice darker red here. Again, bendy wire. This is big if we can get it out. Look at the size of that. My lord, that is awesome. Take a look at the actual figure itself. We'll zoom in on the head. Great likeness to Henry Cavill. The skin tone looks to be a little different on the face, a little tanner than around the neck area and even on the hands. But I love this suit. Nice red tones too, with the yellow coming through, the mesh kind of suit. Looks really nice. You see the gold applications around his belt here. And that pattern continues onto the legs. Does have the red boots. I will say I'm still not a fan of these feet on the McFarlane figures with these ball joints here. They're just not, I don't know, sometimes they get a little wonky. Not the biggest fan of it, but looks pretty good. Like I said, quick close-up on the Superman logo. You guys want to look underneath on the back. They did paint the belt all the way around. This is a very nice figure, and I'm sure this will probably go on sale at some point. I'll be like, man, I spent 70 bucks, but I feel like this has been worth it. This is just such a nice looking figure. Articulation, the head is a little tight. You know what? I don't even want to mess with it because I don't want to screw up the paint on the neck, but the head should fully rotate. The arms do go in and out. They do go all the way around. You do have the bicep cut. Double jointed elbows. They are a little tight on mine. You can see that. The hands do fully rotate and hinge. You do have the ab crunch or the diaphragm joint. Get some good range of motion. Not much on the waist swivel. Kicks up about that much. Does the splits about there. No thigh cut here. I think that would be a big plus for these action figures. Double jointed knees. No boot cut. That would help too. And the feet do go up and down. Before we jump to comparisons, I totally forgot to include the trading card for Superman. This looks pretty awesome of Henry Cavill. If you guys want to take a look at the read-up in the back, you can do so. Sorry, I did forget about that in the earlier section. He does come with a display stand as well. So, as I mentioned, I no longer have the original release. This is the better version. I had the last one in my collection. That soft goods cape puts this figure over the top versus the plastic cape. But here are some other Ben Affleck Batman figures we have. The Batman from the Ultimate 6-pack from the Justice League, as well as the Dawn of Justice Batman here on the right. I will say you can see this one does have a little bit of a thicker suit than this one, but they stack a little better, you know, pretty good with Henry Cavill. Say Henry Cavill should be a little taller, right? But these figures do look good. If you guys have enjoyed this video review, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. That helps my channel grow, allows me to create more great content for you guys. So I do appreciate all you guys who have smashed that subscribe button. Thank you so much. Let me know all your thoughts on this 2-pack below, and if you'll be looking to add it to your collection, well, don't forget to turn on those notification bells. Stay tuned to the newest action figure reviews here on my channel. So my personal take on this 2-pack, I will say the Doomsday's, it's not a figure I wanted. I don't know if, I mean, I'm sure there are people out there who wanted this figure. I don't know if a lot of people were asking for it. So I really wanted this Henry Cavill Superman, and that's why I purchased it. I could have done without it. The figure it's okay. Like, it's got some decent kind of like accents to it with the shading. I will say it is a very, very big figure. A lot of plastic. It just doesn't feel that premium in hand for the price point that they're asking for. I'm sure plastic is expensive. Maybe some interchangeable hands would have been nice to have. It's just a little more. I feel like sometimes that's what we lack with McFarlane. They tend to miss some accessories. Like, well, I mean, they could have included this or this. Like, look how long it took for these soft goods capes, and at one point we weren't even getting interchangeable hands. So I think Doomsday you can skip. I mean, obviously you got to buy the 2-pack, but not a huge selling point for me. Henry Cavill, I absolutely love this figure. It was a $70 pack. I'm happy I spent it. I have them secured. I'm sure this will probably be on sale at some point at Target, and I'll maybe pick up another one because I really do like it that much. The likeness is pretty spot on. I love the suit. The cape is phenomenal. Here's my few things I would have liked to seen. 2 flying open hands would have been really appreciated. I'm probably going to keep the fisted hands on there anyway, but I'm sure for figure photography, some people would like those open hands instead of those weird kind of gesturing hands. I also would have appreciated a flight stand. He did not come with one. This is actually from the original release. I did keep that in my collection, so it would have been nice to have him flying in your display. Those are probably my only 2 gripes. Like I said, $70. Is it worth it? I think wait for a sale. I don't think necessarily the casual collector will be spending that much, but it did sell out, so I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I do appreciate checking this video review. Before you guys go, don't forget to follow me on Instagram and TikTok at AlexWestCollects. Thank you again for tuning in. I'll catch you all on the next one.